I know some people are still on too.
Mm-hmm. I have a feeling with it being Friday, it's going to be a long night.
Well, we're live, and this is the Code of the Street Show. This is my counterpart, Lisa Ann, my BFFFF, and this is the first of many series, I hope, of Fitness Friday. I'm going to give you guys some mental preparation. I'm going to give you guys a little bit of influence, tell you a little bit about what I went through, what I've learned at 50 years of experience, shortcuts. A lot of people don't know how to train with injury. A lot of people don't know how to get back. They don't know how to get through the mental. Well, that's what we're here to talk about. I'm here to help you guys get prepared. So many things you could do without just stepping in the gym. A lot of people don't understand, but healthiness is a part of life that you should want. Like you should want that part for yourself, especially if you have kids, family members, people that depend on you, and just for yourself. You want to be able to look in the mirror and say, you know what, I like what I see. And even if you don't like what you see, understand that the one thing about fitness is it takes time. We all didn't just wake up the next day and say, okay, you know what, man, how did I get like this? Or how did I lose this weight? Or how, because, weight loss is a big problem too. There's a lot of people who can't put on weight, a lot of people who use other means and methods to try to not gain weight, which aren't healthy either. So, you know, um, always, as always, I give all praise and glory to God. I hope everybody who's out there going through a tough time, the Lord could, watch out for them and their families. But this to me is going to be cool because I really do enjoy working out. I've had 6 surgeries. I mean, they told me I'd never be able to walk again. Thank God I didn't listen to a doctor. But I believe, Lisa, and I think the most important part to getting in shape or even trying, because look, nobody's going to be a bodybuilder overnight. Nobody's going to be, hey, cool gamer, Stone Sailor, you're always welcome. We're talking about fitness. I would love to get him up here because Rob
Yeah,
was
you want me to
actually,
drop a link?
Rob was, if he, I don't know if he's busy, sometimes he's, thank you so much, cool gamer. But for me, everything I went through, mostly the most of the hesitation or the firewalls they say for people who can't seem to get motivated is as many things to play. I mean, first you have to go to your doctor to make sure you're able, but there's no excuse that for no reason it could say like I mean Rob the Stone Sailor. I mean, the guy was paralyzed. Thank God. Look at him now. I mean, I was pretty much, limping. I couldn't walk. I was nervous because, I didn't know what to expect. But for me, Arthur, what's up, brother? The main thing is just like anything else in life, you have to get mental prepared, mental awareness, preparedness, awareness that look, you have to be aware that this is not easy. But if you start little by little, implement little things, we're going to discuss those things, little things you can do, like right now, something that everybody can do. Vegetables and fruit raw. Eat them like that. I mean, that's water is a healthy thing. I mean, Brian Press, what's up, brother? A lot of people, Lisa, think that they can't adapt to, a certain regimen or fitness. You're doing meal prep now. I mean, that's
Mm-hmm.
great. On a, what is it? Like a Sunday night, you make your meal for the week. But don't ever get discouraged. Don't go in the gym or don't look at somebody and say, wait a minute, I want to do what that guy's doing, but I can't do it. You got to worry about you. Look, you set goals for yourself. Just like everybody who grew up and said, you know what, I'm going to be a street guy. No, I'm going to be a good guy. I'm going to go to college. I want a career. I want to do good. I want to surround myself with good people. I mean, everybody who's working and doing good and made something of themselves, that all went from preparation, from goals. And that's the same thing with fitness. Like, I mean, Kevin, I know he's busy, but he's been bodybuilding his whole life. Like I was telling Lisa, another thing that's easy, the apple cider vinegar. That stuff
Mm-hmm.
really, really works, man. I mean, I when I get going, I'll be able to have it. Oh, it's linked in the description. But apple cider vinegar it is really the Bragg's. That's just for triglycerides, for your blood sugar, cholesterol. I mean, it's really does a lot and
Mm-hmm.
suppresses appetite. It suppresses your appetite. Bananas are filled with potassium that acts as a
Strong
natural
sailor.
diuretic. Here he comes. Can you let him in, or do I have to?
Yeah, I can do it.
So, bananas are a natural diuretic. Like most of the fruits and vegetables that, we're not made to eat all this shit, processed food, shelf life stuff. When you see all that, and it's a shame because it tastes so friggin' good. Regular guy, my man. But fitness to me is a mental thing. It's just like me. I made stupid decisions. I went down the wrong path. Robbie, he wanted better for himself. He's seen what his father and he's seen the life. He wanted to do better. You have to, number one, be strong. Look, there's no miracle diet. There's no pill that's going to help you. There's no guy that's going to come put his hand on your head and make you believe. I mean, that motivation shit, that is something you can do. But when somebody is a life coach or a motivator, all they're doing is help igniting a fire that's inside yourself that we lose over time. Some people never get into working out. Some people say, "Oh, I'll eat hamburgers and this and that," and some people have serious health problems. Some other people could be genetic. I mean, you see most of the guys on here and people that act a fool. I do believe, Lisa, Rob, I think you'll agree with me. Working out is really like good for your mental, your psyche. It's good for, it really makes you feel better about yourself. That's one thing that people could implement. Like I have a little snippet I want to play. Well, I don't know where it's at. Did it leave? I had this little video. Let me see if I can get it. I don't want to mess it up. What's up, brother? What are you doing tonight, Rob?
Nothing. No, I wanted to, it's a good topic and it's very important. Very important.
And I don't think a lot of people know to the extent of your background and what you do, coaching kids with jiu-jitsu and stuff, taking time and what you went through as far as like your injury to not giving up and, understanding that, you can't. It's all mental.
It's all mental. And like I said, like you said earlier, and I'll echo that. Yeah. Go to a doctor, get checked out first, especially if you've never, you're not a physical fitness person, and there's nothing wrong with that. Get yourself a clean bill of health. And, the real truth of it is, and I tell people this, you don't have to deny yourself any food. You just have to proportion. You have to portion it correctly. Stop telling yourself, I can never eat this anymore, this cake. Sure, you can have cake. You can have a smaller piece of it.
Yeah.
You can have it. No one's denying you.
Well, hey, that's the biggest thing.
You have to trick your mind because your mind wants to automatically say, and you have to tell yourself.
Good point, regular guy.
Yeah, I can have anything I want. I just have to keep it in moderation. And then once you start doing that and you get that hump, then you can go, well, maybe I'll eat less carbs. I'll cut a little bit more of the carbs out, and you'll start to see, and then you work out. And I have a lot of young kids, parents, they bring their kid to jiu-jitsu class. He's 13. He's depressed. He's this. He's a little fat. Well, you know what? 3 days a week of exercise completely changed that boy around. Why? Because exercise, because when you sit at home and you don't work out, and you eat, yes, that food is really tasty. You know why? It's like they put additives in it to make you addicted to it. That's what it is. Like fast food, it's all addicting. They have things in them. So, eventually you want to move away and not eat that kind of stuff. But there's no one saying you could never have a McDonald's hamburger or anything like that. So you got to tell your mind that, I just need to reduce my portions. I need to exercise more. You'll learn carbohydrates, more proteins. You learn, shave the carbs down, and you'll slowly fine tune your body and weigh yourself once a week. Like I do. I weigh myself once a week. So I know if I'm up or down where my usual weight is.
That could be detrimental because
I've heard that.
I've seen a lot of people with a scale get very, very disappointed.
That's why it's once a week. Every Friday I weigh in and I write
Don't
it
do
here
it every day.
Friday. No,
Yeah,
not
don't do
every
it every
day.
day.
Once a week.
No.
I do it right here.
No.
Look,
Cranky Granny.
Look. no bullshit.
He's got a
Cranky
scale
Granny.
ready to go.
Once a week, I weigh myself here and I write it down and I put it right
Now-
there every Friday.
For all the scumbags out there that'll be trolling and talking shit. Now, there's people like Lisa Ann and people that I know. She has.
And she's
we've
lost a
talked-
lot of weight.
Yeah, she has a thyroid, but she really has a thyroid problem, which I know a
understand.
friend of mine, his mother, man, look, I watched her eat vegetables. I watched her eat lean turkey. I watched her every day do everything. I mean, eating better than a bodybuilder and still gain weight. There's just some people that
well, they have medication for people like that. There's medicine, of course. We have medical, advancements and stuff. Thyroid. That's why it's important you go to a doctor. You get that checked out before you go in there and think you're fucking Arnold Schwarzenegger and start killing yourself. And your expectations shouldn't be very like a lot of people hit the gym. I'm going to be here 5 days a week. Listen. Just go 3 days a week.
Start out slow.
Get yourself some cardio, 30 minutes. Do some weight training. No one's saying you're going to, train. You're not training for the Mr. Olympia, Get those expectations out of your fucking head, Stop comparing your body to someone else's. Stop.
Yeah, and especially...
You're one of one. You're not one of 5 billion. You're one of one. Like, that's it.
I remember when I was young in the gym at 14, and one of my buddies was
me too.
He was all sauced up, and I would see him, and he reminded me of Arnold because he would train just like Arnold. And he would tell. He told me straight up. He's like, "Listen, what I'm on and what I'm taking, you don't want none of this." He's like, "Your body's like." At least he was honest. He's like, "Your body is not." Your body is not but back in our day, bro, back then, I mean, juice it's big now with TRT.
It used to be legal. Remember, Michael, it wasn't a felony until like 1992. You could shoot steroids and walk around the fucking, you could have vials of fucking whatever. I mean, I remember going into Gold's Gym back when I was a kid in the late 80s, early 90s when they first started getting big. And I went into the bathroom one time and there was a whole bunch of syringes. Guys were shooting themselves up, they had a fucking injection site or whatever it was.
I know that I'll get ridiculed and they'll say that I'm gay after this and all this, but
Jesus Christ.
When I was 18, 19, Lisa Ann, there was guys in the gym. Robbie will tell you this is true. There's guys that didn't know how to give. There's guys that would give them an injection. They would do it wrong and have big cysts. So I was actually good at it because I did phlebotomy. So I would charge guys, a couple guys that I knew that were not on no funny shit, and there was other people there, and you're not hitting the whole buttock, it's the top. So you would take down a little bit and just boom, they wouldn't even feel it. I'd charge them like $5-10, whatever it was. But
you were like a fucking nurse back then.
Cushing's disease. I've heard of that. Yeah, I've heard that.
Cushing's. I've heard of that. Cushing's.
Cranky Granny. Sorry for that.
I went to the doctors and I got checked out. I have a thyroid issue and I also have an insulin resistance. So that was part of the issue where I wasn't gaining any weight. What I was doing is I was keeping from gaining weight, but I wasn't losing anything. So they put me on medication. And once I started getting the right medication, I dropped 66 pounds.
There you go.
And Lisa, let me tell you.
I remember when you were telling me, Lisa, because you're diabetic, right?
Yep.
Yeah, me too. And you get your A1C and all that checked, right?
Yep.
You know what my A1C was? Okay, you know what mine was when I was in the hospital, when I woke up paralyzed? I didn't even know I had diabetes. When I woke up in the hospital bed the night after my spinal surgery, after they told me I was paralyzed and everything, the nurse comes in and she goes, "Where do you usually take your shot?" I said, "Shot? What are you talking about?" She goes, "Your insulin. Where do you usually take it? In the stomach or in the arm?" I said, "I don't take insulin." She goes, "You're diabetic." I said, "No, I'm not." She goes, "Yes, you are." The doctor, my A1C was like 12.
Wow.
I was walking around. And the thing is after they told me this in the hospital, so I'm already processing the fact that I'm paralyzed for the rest of my life. Now the diabetes, she's telling me I'm a diabetic and I'm taking insulin. And then it all made sense to me when I looked at the signs and the symptoms. For the last 2 years, year and a half, all the signs were there. But I had it was always, hey, I'm working a lot. I'm just tired. Oh, let me get some peanut butter and eat it. I feel ravenous, man. I feel like I'm going to pass out if I don't eat. Like, I was all over it. I had no freaking idea. And because I had the diabetes, that was the reason why the infection was able to spread to my spine, because my immune system wouldn't fight it all from the staph infection I got from the prison in my eye. It went to my spine. And it was able to travel and work because of the diabetes. That's why the infection was able to do the damage that it did to me, because I had uncontrolled, undetected diabetes, because I was walking around like a fucking working out all the time, this and that. I'm doing jujitsu, and I was getting, frequent urination. I was like completely like my blood sugar would just bottom out where I was going to pass out. I mean, I was having they were all there. I just ignored them. And it was all about, and I ate right too. I wasn't it was just a genetic thing, and it crept up.
My father's on 4 needles a day. And the thing I wanted to tell Lisa, let me tell you something. My mother's diabetic too. That's why up until recently, man, I never ate. I didn't even eat red meat, none of this stuff. I used to try to eat so good, but for a while. But I'm going to tell you, Lisa would help me through all that time eating junk. I was drinking soda. I'm going to tell you, that apple cider vinegar levels your triglycerides out. So, I mean, it's unbelievable. When you start taking it, when you check your sugar, you're going to see like a really big difference. My Metamorphin, my aunt was on that. My father's on
Metformin.
Metformin. My father's on Humalog and Lancet. And Paul Smith, I got flagged for that's a great guy. He's a great boxing artist. Paul, I got flagged for your video, but it's all good. This guy's paintings, he does like real-time portraits of.
He's an artist?
Yeah, unbelievable. The boxing, like he doesn't do portraits like, you're going to see
Leroy Smith. Remember Leroy Smith that used to draw the paintings of Rocky, him and Apollo Creed?
Yeah,
that was Leroy Smith.
That's him, bro. Let me tell you something. Paul, thanks for stopping by, brother. Hey, Paul, don't judge me off of a couple lives you might have seen with the trolls, man. But, obviously you see my message. It's positive. Thank you for stopping by, bro. It means a lot to me. Thank you so much. But
we're in a war. I know we were in a war, Paul. We were in a war with these clowns. Trust me. That's all.
But no, he really showed me love, man. Didn't even know me, and he's from England, I believe. And
there we go.
He just really
across the pond.
Yeah, I could. That's the kind of people that I love. And to be honest, it's like that's what I'm trying to do with this right here. I know there's a lot of people that are sitting at home, hesitant, overweight, maybe underweight, maybe thinking to themselves they're too old. I wasn't as bad as Robbie, but I've had 6 major surgeries, man. I'm technically not supposed to be able to walk, do nothing. I've had everything done. I still have 7 discs here. I had my back done twice, my shoulder, my knee, my neck. But by the grace of God, that's what I believe.
And you also know that when you do your workouts, your workouts are going to be tailored to your physical limitations and capabilities. You got to make sure you tailor your workout. If you're not a runner, don't go up there and try to run 5 miles and kill yourself.
No.
You're only going to.
I did that when I first started out, and I pulled a muscle.
Everyone does.
I got chewed out for an hour and a half by my doctor. That's how bad.
Yeah.
Well, let me tell you something. I actually was a personal trainer. I had my license. I let it expire. I've been in the gym. I'm 50 now. I've been in the gym way before 8, 9. We were in Ronnie Bramble's boxing gym, but really getting into it. 13, 14 is when I really started. But one thing I realized, the hardest thing is getting there. Back in the day, nobody really used headphones and did stuff like that, man. People just trained. You remember that, Rob? Like, leg day sucked, but everybody did it. It's something that once you do it and you get comfortable, like, that's why I would love Robbie. He's definitely got to do segments, because one of my I wouldn't say my professional, one of my best, forms of this whole workout thing, my realm, which I do and I've excelled, is injury recovery. I've learned how to train around injuries. A lot of people don't know how to do that. People think you have surgery, you'll never train again.
Yeah,
that's not true.
Not true at all.
No, it's not. And for everybody who's Michael Morma, what's up, brother?
I got a lot of my, it's funny you brought that up, learning how to train around your injuries. When I was paralyzed, I read a long time ago when I was a kid, I read Bruce Lee's book. And then
I got them, all three of them.
Yeah, and then when I got paralyzed, I read it again, and I read the parts when he was in traction, where he hurt his back. Do you remember that?
There she goes.
You remember when he was in full traction for a long time, and how he rebuilt his body from that, and the things he did. And I learned a lot of that too, and I took a lot of that from him when I got wounded. Look, I was always I was a wrestler since I was a little kid. I wrestled. Wrestling practice was very physical. I always liked it. I always loved it. So it was kind of always ingrained in me, like, working out and stuff.
Yeah.
And just being physically fit and being able to, wrestle and win and all that. That was always great. I loved that. But as you get older, you can't do those kind of things anymore. You have to tailor your workout to your physical limitations and capabilities. Definitely. You have to.
Well, that's
it's very.
No, my bad.
No,
my son's
it's
boxing. My son's boxing, and he's 16.
Good. That's good.
He just got, by the way, again, he got second honors. Now, my son is a great kid. Like, he doesn't, he is with me. And I don't say that as, any pity thing, but he gets up in the morning and runs. Like, he understands. I put it in his head. Like, don't ever. I mean, bro, there was a time when they told me when I couldn't walk and I used to limp like this. Bro, I was depressed. I was really in a bad spot, man. And Pete
fucks with you, man. When you're in a lot of pain and you realize
you can't Peach is here.
And Peach, my man. And you realize you can't do the things you used to do. As a man, it really plays with your head,
Well, and one thing I've learned, and I'll say this, and I keep saying this, and Robbie, I know you agree because you're a Navy guy. Anybody who's out there who's overweight, who feels like they can't get up or their knees or their elbows and they're really stuck confined to a wheelchair.
Get the fuck out of here.
Listen, we can get you. There's so many gyms that have a chair that straps you in. It's made for bigger people too, smaller, turns you right in, drops you in the water. All you need is a vest, and there you go. Pressure's off your leg. You're able to walk. You're able to stretch.
I was in the pool. When I was paralyzed, I was in the pool. They put me in the dunk tank. And I would go.
I like the shadow box under there.
Yeah, I would do it all. And until I got my, I got my legs back just by a miracle. But like,
now when that happened to you, right? Mm-hmm. I always want to ask you this: did you feel like it was now higher expectation from not so much other people? Like, did you put more pressure on yourself? Like, damn, man, like I got to start this thing. I got to do this all over again. Like, how hard was it for you to get motivated? Because I believe tonight's first episode really is about the motivation part. I mean, like, there's so much we can go from here, but it's hard when you can't get yourself motivated. It's like, I'll do it tomorrow, or procrastinate. Like you, I know why you did it, because you're a fighter and you wanted it bad. Like, how hard was it for you to get to that?
Well, you know what? It wasn't hard because in the military, I was always taught how to find motivation, find your motivation.
Yeah.
Whether it's in music, whether it's in whatever, find motivation, find it. Hold yourself accountable. If you say you're going to go to the gym at 5, then you go at 5. Hold yourself accountable. That's the most important. And that's why it's also good to have a partner too, because a partner will hold you accountable, and that's important. Harking back to what I was saying earlier, as far as I know, a lot of people that are very successful financially, that they're friends of mine that I've known. I have friends that are an orthodontist, a lawyer, and they're always talking to me about investments with their retirement accounts, because I like the market and everything. I like all that stuff.
Yeah, me too, bro.
And we would banter back and forth on things, but what they're missing, and I used to tell them, what you're missing is the most important thing. You're putting all this money into your 401k or your Roth IRA, whatever. Good, great.
One day, Brian, sorry for your loss, man. I know it was a while ago. Your dad. Sorry about that.
Definitely.
I'm sorry, Rob, Brian.
You're putting all this money in your retirement account, but you're neglecting the one retirement account that's the most important, and that's you. Because these guys are overweight. They're fucking on their way to a heart. They drink all the time. They drink they're, bills, and they have big money. They're making $500,000-$600,000 a year. He's driving a new car. He's got kids. He's this, he's that. And it's like, he doesn't work out and he's overweight. And I'm like, you're going to have $10 million, but you're going to be dead and you can't fucking enjoy it. So your number one 401k is you. 401k and retirement account is your health. Because it don't matter how much money you got in your Roth IRA at the end of the, in 25 years, if you're not there to spend it. So your number one retirement account is you. You better put the right kind of, just like you put money in your retirement account, well, you got to put proper nutrition into your body.
Definitely.
You got to invest in your body, just like you invest in your retirement account. Because if without you can have all this money at the end of the rainbow, but it ain't going to be no damn good if you're not even around to enjoy it, because you dropped dead at 58 of a heart attack because, you're just so crazy about making money and doing all this shit and you're neglecting yourself. If you have to, instead of doing, go to the gym twice a week, invest in that 401k. You want to be healthy and you want to be able to enjoy yourself. People miss that sometimes. The most important 401k and retirement plan is your health. You know what I'm saying?
And the biggest thing too is I've learned from even I went to seminars for real estate, and I went to seminars for even some of the fitness stuff I used to go to back in the day, and everything. It was funny you said that, because there was a guy that came up and he was talking about real estate and how to get loans and not use your money. And he's saying everybody invests. He said, but this is why I kind of liked him, because his whole sale pitch wasn't buy my books, buy my class. It was, you have to invest in yourself. Whether you believe what I'm telling you or not, you can have 1,000 houses or whatever. What good is that if you're not healthy? Because most careers and most lifestyles are very strenuous, and working out can help alleviate that. See, and even for women out there, because this happens a lot. When I trained women for years, they all say the same thing. They worry about their butt, they worry about under their arms, and they worry about something else that I don't know if I can really say that, but and that's the easiest thing. But the majority of the time is people who want to get in shape. They'll look in a mirror and be like, they get discouraged, because if they go to a gym, they might see if it's a younger guy in shape, or they got to understand that you can get there, or maybe you won't get all the way there. Like you said, everybody has their own capacity to be whatever.
But what is your definition of there? That's the difference. If you're looking at yourself and you never worked out in your life, and your definition of there is Arnold Schwarzenegger in his prime, you're an idiot. That's unrealistic. That's unrealistic expectation.
No, you're
unrealistic.
Right. You're right.
Okay,
that's not going to happen.
Now, if you're 30 pounds overweight, 50 pounds overweight, and you knock down 25, 35, 45, 50, whatever, that's realistic. But you looking like Arnold or running a marathon, I'm not saying set your expectations low, but you have to set them reasonable for you and your physical capabilities and limitations. Stop comparing yourself to other people. Yep. And that was my problem when I came back from being paralyzed, Code. I kept comparing myself to my old body.
Well, that's what I kept saying. How hard was it for you?
It was mentally.
I know you had to put a lot of stress on yourself.
Oh, it was even more humbling. But you know what? Being paralyzed is humbling. It was even more humbling than finally when I went out there and I was able to get back on the mat after 3 years of being in a wheelchair and all that. And I'm here a black belt and I'm rolling around with blue belts and they're just playing with me like I'm a little fucking nobody. When rewind 3 years later, I was the black belt that tapped everybody like nothing. So now I'm being tapped, and I had to continue to get tapped by these guys and continue to eat humble pie until I was able to learn how to work with my new body and look at what my new body can do and make the best of that, instead of always crying about, I can't get my hips too high enough to hit that move anymore. I tell my body to do it, but it's not reacting. Oh me, I'm so please God, why did you? No. Get there, throw that shit out. This is your new body. Stop comparing yourself to the old one. Make the best out of this. What works for me now after my injury, as far as moves and just being able to do things, didn't work for me back then. I'm a different body now. My body's different, and I had to come to terms with that.
So how did you grasp the fact that, not even get to know your body itself? Obviously, it's a whole new you and all, but what made you not give up? What was the biggest, obviously there's
not even an option. I don't even look at that. To me, giving up, I've never
for other people
in
watching
my life. No, easy. Anything you ever tackle in your life, don't ever even allow yourself to even believe the notion that there's a way out for you to give up. I don't even conceive giving up. When you go into things, giving up should never be an option. You should never even think of that. You understand?
No.
But of course, you got to set your goals realistically. You understand? If
you do give up, that you might even set yourself back worse off than you were.
Sure, mentally
to where you might never come out of that certain something. And
hey, it's all mental, Mike. You know that a lot. It's 90% mental, 90% mental, 10%.
I think 90% they say
showing up and just doing it.
Yeah, I think they say it's 80% mental, 20% physical.
Yeah,
so imagine all these athletes that do this. So if you got 80% mental, it's just like when you're a father or a mother and you have kids, you miss a little bit of a different lifestyle, but you understand you have to do that. Robbie knew what he wanted from his life. He knew he wanted to protect his country. He went after it and got it. Me, by the time I knew what was going on, it didn't matter. I was being a father and I had to handle my business. But what I did do was make sure that I was a better representation of, the word father and I made sure what I did with my kids was different than, I was old school Italian parents, man. They don't grab you and tell you they love you every 5 minutes. It's just, they love you.
No, that's not how they are. Yeah.
It's tough love. So I made sure that I had to do that. And when I stopped working out, I gained that weight. I was like, man, after that last surgery, I was out of it for a couple years and I just couldn't take it no more. I just started little by little. The one thing you have to do, though, anybody who's thinking about working out or getting back into a certain lifestyle or working out, you have to stretch. That's number one.
Oh,
you have to do that for
Don't fuck yourself up going in there cold. You'll rip a muscle and it'll set you back 3 weeks. Don't do that. Mm-hmm. Stretch. It takes 10, 15 minutes. Stretch.
Oh, yeah. And that'll definitely, because, number one, you start moving blood to your muscles, and your muscles, when you work out, you're basically tearing the fibers, and then they heal back.
That's the whole objective. Yeah, you break it down, and then
But I know for a lot of people that I see who have a hard time working out and getting into it, is the main thing is they automatically want everything right away. They think that, I got to lose this. I got to lose 30 pounds. I need to do it in 2 days. No, implement a different diet. Eat right all year round. You could do your thing, one meal on the weekend, or, even if you 70-30.
And the most important thing, and another little tip, and I've learned this a long time ago from being a wrestler and having to lose weight, but every bodybuilder, every athlete will tell you, get your calories from what you eat, not what you drink. So if you're soda, alcohol, or stuff with sugar in it, those are calories. So
now you guys know liquor more than me.
Food. Yeah, I don't drink no more. I
don't drink either, but I know you guys know. I hear that vodka has no sugar in it. Is that true?
I think it's one of the least, if you're going to drink, and I'm not saying you shouldn't drink and whatever. There's nothing wrong with going out and having a drink, or you have your cheat, and you got to have a cheat day too. That's another thing you want to implement.
Oh, you need that.
You need that. That's a reward. You can't just be all negative. You got to have positive reinforcement, just like when you train. We're animals. We're all animals here, okay?
Yeah.
We're human beings, but we're animals. We're actually part of the primate family, believe it or not. So any animal, right? If, for instance, we're used to structure and it's good when we're on a schedule and a routine. Okay. And if you can make working out part of your routine 3 days a week, 45 minutes on a treadmill, you could walk, just get up there and do something. But if you're doing that 3 days a week, that's your cure for depression. That's a fact. If you got people working out on the treadmill a half hour, 40 minutes, 3 days a week, that will dramatically improve your mood because it releases positive chemicals. And if you do have problems with, I get depressed sometimes, I guarantee you that'll go away. A lot of these kids are depressed because they're sedentary. They're not moving enough.
Well, I was reading an article a couple weeks back, and I read something similar to that a couple years back, and they said that one of the biggest things with kids, not only the video games, is that shelf life foods and fast foods have certain chemicals and ingredients that actually shut down your receptors to make kids more miserable and more depressed, more lackadaisic. So, I mean, Edward Everett, how you doing? Nice to see you.
Edward Everett, what's up, my brother?
I want to see people not go out tomorrow and try to be Arnold Schwarzenegger, or go out tomorrow and try to be like, what was her name, the fitness chick? You know, not Suzanne Summers overnight. No,
Suzanne Summers. You're dating yourself. That's us. Suzanne Summers with the Thigh Master on the fucking.
Yeah.
Suzanne Summers is still hot. Jesus.
Yeah.
That woman.
Yeah. I'm not really a blonde person, but she was cool.
I'm not a crazy, but me too. I'm more of a brunette type of guy myself. But like, no, for Suzanne Summers was drop dead.
Yeah, Michael, Eric Thomas. I've heard him. He's pretty good. But I believe, even if you can't, say if you guys watch this and you're saying, why are some questions not answered? And I still want to work out. I don't know how to do it. I'm going to start tomorrow. Number one, the one thing that's great here now that we have to our disposal is this internet that you can type one thing up and give you information on everything.
I would say blame definitely yourself nowadays. There's no excuse for lack of information nowadays. With these phones, you can't. Anytime someone says, "Well, I don't know how I go," are you out of your fucking mind? In my day, you can get away with that because you got to go to a library or maybe talk. Now you got a phone.
Yeah, you got a phone.
You got the
right
world at your fingertips. You get a diet plan. Get out of here. You got no excuse for that crap. Don't give me that you don't know where to get the information stuff. Nowadays, that shit just don't fly, bro. You got a phone. You got access to the
it's too
world.
much out there. Yeah, the excuses are,
YouTube videos, how to work out. I was watching a lot of YouTube videos when I was paralyzed, of paralyzed people working out in wheelchairs. That's how I learned. I watched them.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah, they have them now at grocery stores where they have dietitians there. You can schedule an appointment. That's how I did my
over the phone.
And then you can actually go in now.
Wow, really?
We got a list.
Not in Philly.
Speaking of, I made an appointment earlier from my doctor about my sugar. I got to go right on the calendar. Go ahead.
Oh shit. Kat. Go ahead.
I found that one of the things that shocked me when I started watching, like planning my meal planning prep, is that I didn't really understand the back of it, like the ingredients, like how much sugar and calories.
How to read those labels and understand them. Yeah.
Through that whole list, so you know what to look for when you start shopping.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and you're more mindful. And now when you pick up something, you turn and read and go, "Yeah, I really want this, but I better." You know what I'm saying? It makes you think, and that's good. We need to think. Yep. We need to think a little bit before we just throw things in our mouth. We have to think a little bit.
One thing I say, though, and I know this for a fact, anybody listening you don't have to take my word for it, go look it up. But one of the things I did is on this last journey, it's been now food-wise, been 2 weeks. I'm down some weight, over 10 pounds, but
I can see it.
Yeah, but the thing is, though, I stopped sugar. 72 hours, your body will not crave it. I'm telling you, man.
I believe it. Yeah, you get over that hump. I read that.
Quick,
you get over that hump. Yeah.
Very quick.
If I sound cranky tomorrow, I'm doing my 3 days sugar kick starting tomorrow. So
Oh,
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing.
Okay, so for 72 hours, I'm banning you. Then because you're going to be wanting to kill somebody.
I'm glad
but
you
after
said
the
that,
72
Lisa,
hours, you'll
because
be
now
all right.
I'm going to put you on the spot. Now, a couple words you guys should take out of your vocabulary when, you know, entering in this training regimen. Tomorrow, I'm going to do this. Hold on. What's the other one?
She'll do it. She's going to do it. We're going to hold
I
her
got
accountable.
everything, but no, I'm not
But
talking to her. I know you're going to do it.
I had to schedule an appointment with my doctor because when I originally started exercising, I have an issue with my legs and I messed my left one up really bad when I first started, which I was telling Robert earlier about.
You got to be careful.
And she finally cleared me to start exercising tomorrow, and I can only do, like, she gave me a pamphlet where you can do like desk exercises, and then I can finally start walking like half a block and then half a block back. So she's going to slowly build it up for me.
That's it.
So
yeah.
if you have issues, you can go to your doctor and explain to them what's going on, and they have resources that can help you. So
is it your knee or your foot?
It is my knee and my thigh. So
okay,
when
well,
I was younger,
another thing. This summer when the weather breaks, I don't know if you have a pool knee or not.
Yep.
Try to get in one. Put it.
Yeah,
you know they're noodles. Oh yeah, hot tub. A little. Get on the noodle, and you could probably like not even just to walk so much. You could stretch and move. Hot tubs, they're awesome, man.
Yeah,
and steam
I got
rooms.
one in the apartment. Yeah.
Do you?
Yeah, I do. When I go, it's so fucking crazy because I go in there and I sit down, you know, and then like, oh man, these little kids, they just want to jump in the damn pool, but they know I tell them, hey, go with your mom over there. Don't come in the fucking hot tub. You got the whole pool over there, son.
I can see you doing that too.
I do. I tell them, go over there, son. They know. They're like, they see me. I'm like that old man now. Get off my lawn. I'm like, go over there. Go with your mom. You can't be in the hot tub without an adult.
Regular guy. That's a great one too, man. I really do live by that. Not even just from a program standpoint, but one day at a time, man. Anything, remember, like, no matter what goal you're looking for and what you're striving to, you got to get through each day to get to the next day. So
yeah,
one day at a time is a very good thing to live by, to try to replay in your head and just roll by that. I think a lot of people just have to understand that, you know, it's not easy, especially if you never did it or you're not doing it, especially if you're overweight or if you have injuries or even if you're thinner. Some women are bulimic. You know, some guys, I know guys that were bulimic, like guys that really cared so much that, and the thing is, like, that becomes the mental. So a lot of people have that block. And like Rob was saying, even just walking, anything you could do to, like, you don't have to break a sweat. That's not what I'm saying. Anything that you could do to enhance your, well, you know, the heart is number one too. Your breathing, everything. So
that's a great point.
Yeah, Kat. Nothing comes easy. No, nothing.
Yeah, nothing does. Nothing does.
Kat was in the Navy too, wasn't she?
No, that's the other Kat.
Oh, that's the other Kat?
That's Kat from Detroit.
Is she the one with the Camaro?
Kat, U.S. Navy vet, is a Navy.
Okay.
She was in the Navy. Yeah.
She's from Detroit, this Kat.
She's Detroit. Detroit City rocks right there.
Well, you know, that's one thing I don't think people talk about enough, Rob. Like, remember, when you have everything we do, not only the stress on your mind, but your heart too. And the one thing a lot of people do not understand, everybody says your mind, the epicenter to your body is your stomach, man. Everything that you put in there, everything that goes through there has to break down. There he goes.
You know what that is?
Is that a gummy?
I take it every night. No. I take
fish
those
oil?
gummies too. I take those gummies too.
Is that a fish oil gummy?
Probiotic.
Oh, I eat yogurt every day.
See, I have a problem with vitamins because I have a seafood shellfish allergy.
Okay. Yeah, your eye.
Who sounds like Jen B? What did I say? What did I say?
Now, let me tell you something. I don't want to be graphic, but when you take these things,
yeah.
And your body needs that too. You need to clean yourself out from the inside. There's a lot of junk in there from
Does that become time you got to mop the poop deck? Is that what they call it?
Pretty much. Well, no, I mean, you know, I take them. They're good. They get in your stomach. You know, they help. You know, You know, they help that. That's part of, you know, that's all, you got to get that toxin out of you. Detox.
I'll tell you what's good too, that works just as good as that too, is raw fruits and vegetables, man. They're really good.
Oh yeah, that too, of course.
So I actually found a favorite. This is my new favorite, and
I love Dr. Pepper's my favorite. Oh, where'd you get that?
I like Dr. Pepper.
It's at the store. It's Dr. Pepper.
Does it taste good too?
Sugar.
Does it taste good?
Yeah, it tastes really good. It's like, you know how sometimes Dr. Pepper is really strong and it cuts you a little bit? Well, the breaks that down a little bit, so it's a lot smoother.
Well, Pepsi came out with these nitro cans, and it's like
this is the other. Yeah, I want to try it. This is the other gummy. Now, this ain't the probiotic.
Yeah, that's the good one. Yeah, Detox is unbelievably very good for your body, man. It really is.
I got sugar-free everything, and I replaced some bread with certain tortillas. And then she showed me a special spread by Sara Lee called Sara Lee.
William from Brooklyn, my brother. I've been eating, like, I'll start eating stuff with I'm Italian, it's hard, supersized cheese, but sometimes like wrapping up, making a sandwich like tuna inside lettuce. Like even when I went to McDonald's, I had them put it in lettuce.
Yep.
The protein bread. Yeah.
10 grams of protein, 4 carbs, 0 guilt. So I use this on my, you know.
That's good shit. Well, that's another thing too.
Expensive, but
and the other thing that people should do, and this is a very important part, nutritional ingredients. When you're reading labels, right? Number one, don't go to the supermarket hungry. But when you're reading the labels, remember that if you have fiber and you have protein, you have to minus that from the carbohydrate. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't know that. Yeah.
That's what the dietitian told me the other day.
Yeah.
Teach us how to do that. Teach them how to do that. Like we need to get an example. Like you show a can of beans and go, this is that. The calculation. Well, usually
I know it in heart. So usually you have the calories. It says, like right there. Okay, right
0.
there. It's right there. Yeah, see, that's all 0. So, but if that would say like say if it said 20 carbohydrates, right? But then you had 3 grams of fiber.
All right, 150, 150.
All right, so it's 18 grams of carbs. You got 1 gram of fiber and 2 grams of protein. So there's really 15 grams of carbohydrates because you got to minus the fiber and the protein from the carbohydrate.
So you minus the fiber. So the formula is you subtract
you minus fiber and protein from the carbohydrate.
So whatever the carbohydrate is, you subtract, you add the fiber and the protein together, and you subtract it from the carbohydrate.
Yep.
Okay, that's the formula then.
Yeah.
So everyone out there, write that down so you know. You know, that way it's a formula. I didn't know. I knew that there was a way to do it, but I'm glad you told me the formula.
Yeah, I'll tell you another easy thing too. Like when you're looking at labels and you know, people get so confused because they're like, oh, I'll tell you one thing that I would tell everybody, and Robbie just said it. I would not buy any food, no matter what it is. I mean, obviously protein, if you buy like a steak or chicken, it's not gonna have protein, but anything else that you buy that you're gonna eat, like that you're reading, make sure that if it doesn't have fiber or like some sort of protein, it's usually not good for you. You know, it's like it usually has, and I'll tell you, whenever you see a lot of sodium, you'll see a little lower sugar. Whenever you see high sugar, you'll see lower sodium. Why? I mean, I guess that's you know, but yeah, look at your ingredients. And also when you read ingredients, everybody knows the first couple ingredients is what has the most of whatever in there. As you get to the back, you know, like there's so much stuff inside food and it's crazy.
We're living in a time, Mike, where we've never had so many choices in what to eat in the history of the world. Right now, we're over-inundated.
Cranky Granny. I'm sorry. She said, Brian Press, I take it the same as you. Don't feel like you're a kid again and the grown-ups are sitting around the table talking about their pills. We're now there.
Yeah, I'm there now. I'm there now too, because when I was a kid.
Now I will say that for me, one of the quickest things to do as far as cardio, if you cannot do cardio and you're a guy or woman in your weight training,
swim.
And Robbie, you know this,
Swim.
do high reps and
Yep,
just
high reps.
I do 45 minutes straight. I don't really take breaks. I mean, and cardio.
You can do low weights, high reps.
High reps. And hold your stomach.
Reps, 3 sets of 20. Flex your stomach like you're flexing your abs,
Yeah,
like you're in a
you
bodybuilding.
know.
Everything you do, whether you're doing curls or you're doing the bench, flex your abs like you're in a fucking bodybuilding pose. Because that constantly puts pressure on your stomach. And when I was in paralyzed, Michael, I had them. They put this bar above your bed, so if you're paralyzed, you can grab it, like help adjust yourself, right? I was in there doing 3 sets of 20s pull-ups. I was in there fucking doing them this way, doing them that way, doing them this way, and what the 2 years.
How
I was
many
in a
guys
wheelchair,
were in there when you were in there? Well, there's a lot of people.
It was like a ward of cripples. We used to call ourselves.
Man.
We were all the cripples, you know. And
they told me to start out with these.
Yeah, that's good.
What
you
are
need the pool, Lisa. The pool would be great for you, Lisa.
Mm-hmm.
Low impact.
Yet, so.
Yeah. The pool would be great, especially if you're starting out. Get in that water, and that is your cardio. You don't realize it. You swim a couple laps, you're working a lot of muscles, and you're sweating. You just don't realize it because you're in the pool.
Right.
You don't realize it.
Yeah, and another thing too for you know how people say energy and like beets. I know it sounds crazy, but
I like
beets
too.
Beets are very, very good for.
I like beets.
They give you a pump. They're good for your heart. They're good for
red
your
blood cells too. They build them red blood cells up in you.
Look at Brian Presses. I turn into my brother. What?
I got purple grapes and they're washed and clean. They're in the freezer, so. If I
Did you try that yet, or is this your first time? Oh,
no,
yeah.
They just went in the freezer, so.
And here's another thing, another trick that I'll give you guys to whoever's going to watch this. I'll give you a quick trick. Think of it this way. Any food that you can put in your hand and squeeze real soft pretty much is not good for you. Think about it. Fruits and vegetables, hard. Protein, hard. Bread, soft.
Soft, yeah.
Lunch meat, soft. I mean,
yeah.
Oh, you got the weights.
Yeah.
Anything, yeah, Rob. Anything that's
anything soft is usually not good for you, huh?
Yo, Jules had me dying. She had that chick up there, and the girl had a fly. Yeah. Then she grabbed it off with her hand, put a cigarette in her mouth, and started smoking. That was great.
That's insane.
Yeah. Hi, Janet. How you doing? But no, the main thing is motivation.
A mess, yeah.
Realize that as soon as you start working out and get in there, and diet, I think, is the hardest part, though. I think people have a hard time.
Yeah, because we have so many choices in food. It never has a human being had this many choices of what to eat in the history of our planet. We are over inundated, and we have so many choices that we look and we're like, I can have this, I can have that, this, and it like overloads us. And I just think, if you just keep it simple, protein, high protein, low carbohydrates, if you just keep it like that, vegetables, you'll be on moderation, exercise.
And I'll tell you right now, I like white rice. Brown rice and white rice.
I like brown. I don't like white.
Look, it's the same thing. Look at the ingredients, the same type. But I do like brown better, believe it or not. But
now there's a good question that Jules
Jules said candy. No, listen, here's the good thing about the apple cider vinegar, Jules. You can have all that candy, and before you go to bed, do a shot of apple cider vinegar. It won't even it'll metabolize that stuff right out of your body.
They have the little pill capsules too you can take. With apple cider vinegar gummies, they have gummies, they have pills. You don't have to just drink it. You know what I use?
You didn't show Jules your edibles. Jules didn't see it.
She's seen them before. She's seen them. You know what I do?
Oh, I gotta say this: Free Glenwood, man. Free Glenwood.
Free Glenwood. He's locked out. He's on lockdown.
Yeah, we gotta get him out, man.
Okay, I'm gonna do this. I'm dropping the link for Jules.
If I was the governor, wait, what's he in jail for?
He's a bullshit. He got lied on. It's a bullshit.
Well, they made it like if I was the governor, I'd pardon him. Just
yeah, I mean, come on. So he's been down. He's locked up. Good dude. So look, Zumba, music, rhythm, dance, sweat, and listen. I will say this:
Zumba. My mom does that.
Enough time has gone by. I think I can say this now. If you're active, you have a wife, a partner, all that sex burns calories, this and that. Yeah. But you know what? What burns more? Protein will burn body fat like this.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, the more protein, it's hard.
Are you telling people not to have sex, Mike?
No, I'm not saying
that. Are you advocating abstinence in order to lose weight?
Well, yeah, I'm always advocating for abstinence and celibacy. I really am. I think people should.
To your son? Maybe to your son. Not. We always advocate.
Look at Kat. Kat says, "Coach, since you've been on here, you always talk about apple cider vinegar." It works, Kat. I'm telling you, I was eating McDonald's and drinking. Oh, my favorite. The Coca-Cola Slurpees. Oh, my God. I haven't had one.
Oh, you like those?
Now I'm going to make them with I'm going to get that soda tomorrow because I love Dr. Pepper.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I'll send you a picture of it so you know what to look for.
You know what I found out about Kat yesterday? She said that guys that know how to play the harmonica really good turn her on. And that is, I've never heard that in my life. And I said to myself, my whole life, I thought it was the rock star and all that. Or whatever,
I could play the harmonica.
Player. Well, she said the harmonica player is the one that tickles her fancy the most. That's her. Wow. I said I'm not gonna kink shame you, but I've never heard that instrument used in the.
I don't. I gotta watch everything I say on here, so I just But no, I believe that. I heard. You know what I did here today, Rob? I heard Deadly and that girl broke up.
They're probably back together because she deleted the post. So.
Oh shit, man! They're trying to get us.
You want me to read it? I can read it. For you
read it.
I would like to read it.
I love when Jules does her thing and they put that girl in the background.
She is so good at what she does. She really is.
No, but she grabbed the fly thing with all the flies on there and then lit up a cigarette with the same hand.
No vacancy. So anyway, it says, you all have won. You can all revel in the success that you've destroyed the most beautiful love I have ever felt. Please don't do this to anyone else. It affects more than Deadly and myself, but my children. But you all don't care. Why would you?
Wait. Deadly got to know her children. She introduced. So in other words, the children know about Deadly, I guess.
So.
They were calling the maggot Uncle Maggot.
Yeah, Uncle Muscle.
Uncle Muscle, yeah.
Daddy Dudley.
Oh my God.
Daddy Dudley and Uncle Muscle.
Oh my God.
Brian.
But I'm the crazy one.
Kat said my car.
I'm the crazy one.
Go ahead, Kat.
We're introducing our children to people on the internet that we'll probably never meet.
Yeah, and now, and you know what? She's another one too. The crazy chick who was talking about me today, the girl Jen. Why are you wasting your time yelling at everybody, screaming?
What did she say about you today?
I don't know. I heard somebody donated earlier. I don't know where it's at. I was trying to find it. And what was the guy's name? What did I say his name was?
Dean Oliver, you said. They gave him $10 for how many times she talked about him.
Yeah, she gave me.
The same thing happened with me earlier, too.
I was like,
she should split the money with you. We'll just keep talking about you.
Well, Jen's been doing that. Like today, there's been some really tall tales. Now I beat women. She makes it sound like
but you do it so good, man. Like you really like, and I'm not even just tooting your horn. I'm being honest. Like
I told her that because day one.
When you start laughing and you play the music, it makes it like it's funny. Like I was dying. When you said fly strip. 10 minutes later, she's ripping
that's
it
why
down,
she's
man.
hanging from a fly strip on my overlay.
Oh my God,
I didn't get that out of nowhere.
That is freaking great, bro. I mean,
George
that is awesome.
Is the one that made it up, but yeah, fly strip Jenny, we like to say, and she acted as if it was nothing. Like everybody's got fly strips over their bed that have no vacancy. I'm telling you, there was no vacancy. The whole strip was filled.
When this whole thing, like when we were like all this whole beef and everything came down. And everybody was saying, "Oh, the maggot, he's gonna," the people were scared because he's gonna go after them and all that. And I remember telling Sofa, I'm like, "Bro, these people have no clue. Those guys are nothing. It's those ladies over there. If you piss them off, get on the first plane out of the country because they're gonna get. It's not maggot, and those guys are fucking nobodies.
They are all they're all calling the police on somebody right now over there. Whatever. Anyway, a bunch of I
would hang up if I was in the police department. I would hang up if someone would tell. I would say that's ridiculous.
Well, the people that are actually in this girl's real life, it's one of his son's friends and somebody else, and they said that they called the police department. The police department said they're not responding anymore.
Oh, good.
Because of the but no, that's not good though, because it's a matter of like, okay, now if something really does happen to where they're not going to take it seriously, and vice versa, you know what I mean? Like, because now they're so desensitized to it because they've been overwhelmed with calls from a bunch of Karens all over the internet.
Yeah. Imagine that. That's crazy.
It's not. It's.
I don't know how you handle somebody like that. I really don't.
Well, she does. Jules handles them just the way she does. That's how she.
Well, I know Jules can.
It's taking a minute, and that's why I do better by myself.
Look at the leprechaun. He says he's done
I don't
doing
co-sign for anybody else's whatever's.
Yeah, you just do.
Oh, look at the little bee earrings. Aren't those cute?
Oh, that's nice. Check that out.
I made a ton of those. Aren't they adorable?
Mm-hmm.
That's what's up.
I made them dangle so they're longer.
Oh, cute.
Oh, they're cool. Man,
but yeah, it's all become so like, I mean, like today the police were there earlier and they were actually arguing with her. And she's like telling, because she knows what she's not going to get arrested for and what she is. You know what I mean? She's not a harm to herself.
Hip.
She's not a harm to anybody else.
Yeah, she knows the right words not to say.
It's not going to go anywhere. So the police were there today and she was literally like cussing him out. And he told her, he's like, I don't want to listen to what you say. He goes, I'm telling you this. And then when he was done, he pretty much slammed the door. And she's kind of like, fuck you. She doesn't care. She's so desensitized. We're the ones that it's shocking, not her.
Yeah, man. Like,
and what the cops do is what they do is if you have so many complaints that are frivolous to a particular person or a particular address, what they do is they go into like the chief's office and go, this lady's a wacko. She calls all the time. This all a waste of time. We could be out there. She's wasting our resources. It's not just one person calling. Oh, okay. It's several people. They literally said, it was recorded today. They said that they've gotten 30 calls from all over the country in the last month on her.
Wow. I heard her saying
it's a bunch of people on the internet feeling that they know better than the police department. And then here's the other thing is they're sitting there telling the police department what they're doing wrong and what they're, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Cops don't like to hear that.
No.
Nobody loves to hear from somebody else they're doing their job wrong.
And another thing cops don't like to hear is when they want you to arrest someone because this person hurt their feelings. We don't enforce, cops don't enforce feelings, they enforce laws. They're law enforcement officers, not feelings enforcement officers. People have a First Amendment right. If they tell you, if they make fun of you or call you names and all that stuff, they're allowed to do that.
I got stabbed by a girl and they laughed at me and said, "Oh, that's part of the game. Eat it up."
That's a little different.
I'm like, damn,
that's a little different. I think if somebody actually got stabbed,
and then the one cop was trying to get with her. Why? I said,
"Well,
so you can have her."
He wants to get stabbed too. That's
you
why
can have her. You can have her.
You know what the most horrible thing happened today is my IG lives I got something, and so I'm being punished.
Did someone get you with that?
I know. I don't know what it was.
I don't even play with
but it upsets me because I was down with the chipmunks today, and I had to just I took a couple clips and I posted them.
That chipmunk's big. That one dude's big.
I want to see it. I got to see that chipmunk.
Turbo.
No, her one chipmunk, dude. That dude, he's big, dude.
Pretty.
Yeah, but is he bigger than Chicky? Is he bigger than Chicky? Or
he might be bigger than your dog, bro. I'm telling you, that
chipmunk.
He's like the size of a gerbil.
Yeah,
Chicky's bigger than him. Chicky's bigger than a gerbil.
He's outside and he puts his mouth. He stuffs his mouth full of nuts.
Oh, Turbo's
Well, yeah, that's what they do.
He's adorable.
Turbo.
So I got a couple.
Is that his name, Turbo? That's what's up.
Just think if you're a chipmunk.
Just
think if you're a chipmunk in that chipmunk community. You're not going to let everyone know that you got a free food source every day, reliable every day. You're not going to.
We lost one.
Oh, you lost one
last week.
Oh, that's sad.
I remember you telling me that. Yeah,
made me sad. But we still have Turbo. It was the one that lived across the street. Turbo lives next door. He lives next door under the building.
They say when you can make a connection with an animal like a squirrel or chipmunk, or they say that's something, or I don't know, somebody living inside you, or I forget what they say, but it's pretty deep, man. I know a guy who has
got birds and squirrels,
raccoons. Yeah, they come up on his deck. Crazy. Deer.
I'm an animal person too.
I'm like a Snow White, but I have pink hair. Snow pink. I was assaulted.
I just don't like bison. Idiot, right? That's the only animal I don't like.
Right? It's craziness. And then, so here's the other funny part is so they're calling Jen completely crazy. And then Jen tells the police officers, they're like, well, they're going to pull this body cam footage and they're going to play it. And guess what? They do. Every single time the police have been to Jen, these people are pulling the body cam footage and playing it on their channels. And using it. So that's the thing is when the police look at this, they're like, okay, well, she is a little bit crazy, or not a little bit. She's a lot crazy. Yeah. But these women are fucking crazy too.
Oh, they know.
You know what I mean?
Trust me, they know.
Well,
we all know Jen's crazy and she's not taking her meds or whatever, or she's not stable on her meds. We'll put it that way.
We used to call them.
But then it's making all of us look like we're having a problem too. If it's that, I don't know.
They call people that are psych people like that. They call them signal 20s. When you call on the radio, you say, "I got a signal 20 over here," which means he's a nut.
No 302.
302's that's FBI. That's the federal.
No, that's great. Over here in Phil, you get 302. That means
we were signal 20. Signal 20. Okay. That meant you got a nut.
So wait a minute. Were you a cop or were you you were
both.
A cop?
Prison guard.
Both. Yeah, prison guard, cop.
I knew you were a prison guard. I didn't know about the cop stuff.
Yeah.
Wait, what, in the military? Or what is that?
Military, yeah, military. And then
you were military police?
Yeah.
So was my dad.
Yeah, I was a canine handler.
My dad was military police in the Korean War, and he was stationed in Japan.
Yeah, well, I was stationed in Japan too as a military policeman too. So we had, but I was in the Navy. I was a Navy military policeman, canine handler. So, and then I went into corrections, and I was hired. I worked for the Federal Protection Service. Different. I've been in law enforcement and security my entire life. So
interesting.
Yeah.
So we have a situation 20? Is that what do you call it?
Signal 20.
Signal 20. So we're gonna use that now. Excuse me. We got a signal 20 here.
Signal
wink,
20.
Wink. Wink, wink.
Meet me over here, 10-8. I'm here. Meet me over here by whatever Rickard and Smith Street. I got a signal 20. That means you got a nut. There you go. I love it. Yeah.
It's my favorite band, bro.
Yeah, really?
Yeah. I don't know if this is.
Your daughter was an MP in Afghanistan.
Okay. Who's that?
That's Janet.
Awesome, Janet. Awesome. I love it. Awesome. Beautiful.
Yeah, it's funny. It wasn't until I was in my 30s that I found out that my dad was military police. I always knew he was in the service, but I never knew what.
Yeah, what he did.
And I'm like, wow. I'm like, why did I never know that? I'm like, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Jules, what's the name doing? I gave a shout out. How's he holding up? Pretty good.
Yeah, he's okay. He got a kick out of that. He got a kick out of it. Well, because I know every time you talk about Glenwood, you're like free Glenwood. So I'm like,
wait, fucking right, man.
Free Glenwood.
On the computer. I went to go
free Glenwood.
On the computer for him, and I looked it up. He called.
He'll laugh about that one day.
Let that innocent man out of jail, Glenwood.
Yeah, when he sees it, he'll laugh.
He's not completely innocent, guys.
I know.
He's doing time, and he's just, I know. But he got a kick out of the free Glenwood mentality.
Free Glenwood.
That's what's up.
No, he's gonna serve his time, and he's gonna be reformed. Whatever, I don't know.
Now, Rob,
Glenwood, your boyfriend, Jules?
What?
Ex-boyfriend? Was he your ex-boyfriend?
Yes.
Yeah, the one I remember. Oh, okay. Well, obviously
she's stressing me. Still,
never broke up. Get the fuck out of here. All these little.
Well, I think jail broke you up. Jail broke you up.
No, so now, his family is really upset about that whole interview thing that one girl did, that bulbous nose, Lily.
Oh.
Yeah, his family is pissed off about that. Yeah. So and I guess that Lily person, she used to get so upset because I would make fun of the fact that she married her husband after knowing him 1 month on Tinder. And he was a heroin user and he had scars on his arm. So we're gonna jump into that marriage. Anyway, I made fun of it, and everybody's like, "Oh, Jules is jealous." Well, guess who's separated and selling the ring?
Yeah.
Wow. Selling the ring?
Yeah, I found it on Facebook with her from her account and everything. So there's no lying, no hearsay. It's real. She changed her status on Facebook to separated, and she's selling the ring. I think that he like got in an accident with one of her mom's old cars or something. Because in September, she was selling a Chrysler Sebring that was in wonderful condition. And then in February, it was obvious that there's body damage and the frame is this and the frame is that.
I wonder what happened to that, right?
I think it would be because fools rush in. Bulbous knows. I think that was the Tito's alcohol speaking.
Oh, yeah.
Who is Dalton? Does anybody know who he is?
Oh,
no, but I don't think he's a good person, is he?
Yeah, he's everywhere, dude.
Let me tell you, he introduces himself all the time. He'll come out. Hi, I'm Dalton. I'm from the LGBT community. I'm like, you don't have to tell people that. Nobody here gives a hell who you sleep with.
Yeah, like we're inclusive to everybody, man. We don't care.
You know. And then supposedly Sonny and Dalton are a married couple, and they come in the chat too. That's his husband. That's what he told me.
Not Sonny Money though, right?
No. Dalton is married to Sonny, according to Dalton.
What is up with Sonny Money? He tagged me in a video yesterday. He's hashtagged me.
Jules, let me tell you something. He got beat up before. He got punched in his eyes. He was running his mouth. But I always liked the kid. Even when he was talking shit, he's funny as shit. But
I can't hear. It had nothing to do with me. He was live with Johnny Mac on Instagram.
He's with the Mac for real?
I think so. I'm pretty sure that was who was live on Instagram.
K-Truth. That's my buddy. She's got situations too.
Claims are all coming in for my live.
Wow. So look, I thought that the girl with the Bison and Deadly, I thought they liked Sophie. They put a picture up of her. She was holding some things in her hands. I don't want to say what it was, but I can't believe that they put that up there. It was that could be damaging, I guess. I don't know unless she subscribed that stuff, but it's pretty crazy. There's some mean, nasty people, man. Like, if you're wasting that much time, go get your kid. Like, I could never not have a day without my kids. And I get the grandbaby tomorrow night. It's going to be awesome.
Oh, Grandpa Code. Yay.
Yeah, she's awesome, man. She's great.
I love Grandpa Code time.
Yeah. And these scumbags that talk shit about that pedo shit, like, who the fuck would ever want to hurt a kid? Number one. Number two, like, the people who talk like that, what I've learned, they're usually the people that have some shit going on. You know what I mean? These weirdos.
Jen and her damn Celine getting me blocked in Russia.
Yeah, I got blocked. Me too. Not that I care or offended.
I told you that's it will see with me when you play music. Some of the music, it'll just say you can't monetize it. No big deal.
Yeah, which I'm not monetized.
But then other ones, it'll say there's, like I said, Prince, AC/DC, those will get you.
The Beatles. The
Beatles. They'll say, nope, we're taking it down. You have to edit that out or it's gone. So,
John Lennon still wants his money. It's amazing.
Yeah. Now, and then it seems to be too, like, old songs that were used in like commercials. Those seem to be bad ones too.
Okay.
Eric Carmen's "All by Myself." That got me blocked. I'm like,
that's a good song.
I know.
But Celine Dion sang that though too.
Celine Dion is she'll get you blocked in Russia. So all of my Russian fans.
Brian, you're crazy.
Those damn Russians, they're doing it again.
Brian, you're entitled to that, man. We understand. We're talking about the people who always make fun of people like that, and like the guys that I know that this guy around here that's been screaming that the F word, calling these people, this and that, and just to find out.
Brian speaks his mind. Brian don't got a Brian don't filter.
I know,
he just tells you he don't give a fuck. I love it.
What's that?
That's my meter.
Oh,
cool.
Okay.
It shows that I'm in blue. I've averaged out to like 165.
Okay.
That's what's up. So this guy around here, Robbie, was talking all this shit, making fun of the guys. They were saying, "Oh, they're all gay, this and that." Man, here they got him on video. I didn't want to get into it. Yeah, he was,
I remember Brian made a comment one time. He wrote something in the chat at FBS's chat. I was there.
That's cool.
He wrote, he says, when I was 18, I had a 45-year-old girlfriend. And like Chris is reading the screen. He's like, when I was 18, I had a 45. That's disgusting, Brian. And he moved on to the next comment.
Hey man, is that real? I mean, I guess it might not look good for the woman, but to some kids that's a badge of honor at 18.
I know, but Brian wrote it. He's like, when I was 18, I had a 45-year-old girlfriend, and
Brian's loyal, though, man.
Yeah, Brian's the best. Oh, Brian, yeah, Brian's loyal. Brian's always, that's what I'm saying. Brian don't got a filter, man. He just gives.
Oh my God, Jules, I forgot to tell you. I didn't get the video sent to me, but I heard Deadly and the Bison. I don't know how true it is. I heard they were saying the N-word for like 2 days straight. I don't know if it's true or not.
Jesus.
Mm-hmm. It came in the door. And do you guys, are you all subscribed to Bobby the Cat or Robbie the Cat or whatever it is?
No, I don't know.
Bobby is with an I, I think. I'll send you the link on IG.
Because there was a new video today posted. They've had 2 videos about Britters because this Bobby, it's a robot cat. I don't know if it's a female or male. They put out these clip videos, and they put out one a few days ago about Britters and Deadly because they remember Britters from the KJ community, the anti-KJ community. So Britters, they know, but this person's just like, but yeah, this is another level of vile, blah, 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 blah. Anyway, she's gotten herself 2 videos so far. And then, okay, this is even better. Did you guys hear about what the witch did?
No.
Oh, the egg.
Who's the witch?
The witch is that bitch Siwa.
Okay, I figured that. I knew you were going to say that.
Yeah. So on Easter, her and her daughter went to wherever, and there was a duck that had eggs. Anyway, long story short, she was telling the daughter to dig up some worms for the duck so the duck could have energy. I don't know. Anyway, and then they ended up accidentally touching one of the eggs, so they took it home. And they're going to try to incubate it. And so then people are like, whoa, those are federally, or I think they said federally protected, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Some kind of protected, whatever.
Wow.
Anyway, so then she's just like, okay, fine. I just threw it away.
Oh, you're not supposed to even touch those, idiot.
No. And so
they won't take them back. The mothers won't take them.
She was going to do an incubator and raise a duck. What the fuck are you going to raise a duck for, bitch?
Who?
Yeah, you can't do that around here. Don't you jam you up quick.
That Bobby the Cat, they did one of their little features on her too about it. But yeah, you guys should really
Which one?
Deadlies and Britters were talking and laughing about Mim saying that she got karma. Yep, they focused on that too.
Yeah, that's
they're the most disgusting people. And you know what? It's so funny. She's like, "Oh, you guys got what you wanted." You know what, Deadly and Britters, people wish worse on you than anybody else. Like I have never heard. There's a lot of people I've never heard them wish anything bad, except for towards you two. You have so much karma coming your way.
She already does. She don't have all of her kids. Get your kids, girl. Stop wasting time on here.
Well,
I've always had custody of both of my
kids. The neighbor next door, allegedly.
27 years I've had my kids. Yeah, and she used to say about the baby's dad comes over on the weekend and he's drunk and he don't do nothing. And like, come on, man. Like, some people are just that nasty. Pizza, Leprechaun, her, Deadly. Most of the people that support them, they just hate themselves so much. They just have to spew that negative shit all over everybody. And sometimes they go so far and they don't realize that what they're putting out here is the rest of their life. Like you go to a job and somebody sees a clip of you saying the M-word, they can do whatever they want. Like, I don't understand. I think these people are supposed to be smart.
Them way worse than it does anything else.
Yeah,
you know
definitely.
What I mean? It's because I'm gonna tell you right now that their ugliness is not determining an outcome. You know what I mean? There are so many more prayers out there and well wishes than that evilness. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, so definitely.
It is doing nothing except for showing who they are.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
And that's the whole point. You're showing people who you are, and you'll never escape that because now people know who you are.
No, it's I mean, and the things they're saying, it's like when you tell people what they said, they're like that aren't involved in it, they're like, what?
They're shocked.
They're like,
shocked. Yeah.
But the thing is too, Robbie, like they pass off that demeanor to the kids, and then next thing you know, when a family member, like, or unless what, you're hiding that from everybody and you're sitting here, maybe Deadly's hiding from his family. They probably don't know, but
well, and what if she's
definitely
passing
like
on this
that all the
behavior to her
time.
kids? I didn't even think about that.
Yep.
Oh, I think about it all the time with her. Even when she came into my chat one time, and I told her, I said, just be respectful, treat others how you'd like, and you know, and she made, oh, I love that song. Like she made a comment, and like I said, just be respectful. I was waiting, but in my mind, I just think to her and Deadly crashed my chat.
Did you see the TikTok she made of you?
Yeah, I know. My mom thought it was hilarious too. I showed it to my mom. She laughed at it.
I see one they made of her. Oh my God.
Yeah.
She made one of me.
It's funny. I watched it, and then I showed my mom. I go, look at this girl. She's making fun of me, this Canadian girl. And she laughed. She goes, oh, that. My mother was laughing. She thought it was funny.
See, like they can make fun of us and joke and say this and that, but they can never, ever erase who they are.
My mom said, you must have said something to her, Robert. That's why I said, Mom, no, I didn't.
Is that what she said?
Yep. She goes, no. A woman's not going to go through this trouble to make a video unless you must have did something. I said, no, I did. I didn't say any. I don't even really know about her. I have no.
Yeah, I'll tell you, I pray for them. I pray for everybody. People say, how can you do that?
We need on the wrong side, so she doesn't.
We need to. There's something wrong in your soul when you wish that on people. So
imagine that though. Like, how bad of a person are you that you don't have all your kids? Like, something's not right there, man.
No.
You know,
and like I said,
I've never had a day off.
Doing coke with the guy next door.
Never had a day off, 27 years. So, you know, never paid child support. I received child support. So look, you know, I don't want to hear it. I have grandkids now. You know.
This is
that's really pretty.
That's pretty.
That's super pretty.
That's the one I made for
and
me.
they made so much for the light of the word
you made
pedo.
It for who?
For me.
Man.
Oh,
that's yours? Your personal? Yep. That's what's
now,
up.
you know I had to make one for me, right?
Good. Robbie, what are you smoking on over there?
No, I don't even know what.
OG Kush?
Mine is some kind of truffle butter or something. I put this, it was a pre-roll. I put it out yesterday. Okay,
truffle butters. I've had that in concentrate, truffle butter, I think.
Yeah, I think it's a truffle butter, something or another. Yeah, it's a hybrid, I think.
Hybrid.
I forget what this is. Something Kush, something here.
Look at something Kush, something whatever.
And then I got my concentrate, you know, my little thing.
I gotta get some more concentrate.
Yeah.
Brian,
you're right. It is.
I have my psilocybin chocolates.
I don't know. Them gummies you have, they look good, bro. You got to give me that recipe.
THC, but I have psilocybin chocolate. You buy them, the psilocybin with the milk chocolate. It's mixed in mushrooms. Oh, wow. So you can take. It'll say on the package.
Sour Diesel, they go crazy over here in New York and Jersey. They love it over there in Philly. That's what they love, Sour Diesel. And now everybody's on the Runts and the cookies. Runts and cookies. That's pretty good stuff.
Runts cookies. It's all good. Robots.
I like anything. I like the wedding stuff. I like that
wedding cake. Oh yeah, wedding cake's good. But no, you take 2 chocolates to microdose. 4 if you want to have deep thought. 6 if you want to talk to space aliens, and 8 it says if you want to go to Mars, you can take them just like that on the chocolates. It says that. So I microed those.
My buddy,
I feel great when I love it. It's great when you microdose.
He's got the best. He's got the best shrooms in the country, bro. These things are organic. They're like,
I love it.
I don't know all the names. You would know the name. There's like a special. He told me the name. I forget, but this is all they do, man. And they move them. They sell them all over the country. I don't know how they do it.
I swear by cannabis and psilocybin. I swear by it. It's remarkably changed my life for the better. And I wouldn't have gotten as far as I have, or wouldn't be here without that. So
well, I never ate mushrooms per se, but I ate a chocolate bar, man, and dude, I was cracking up. I was loving
It
life.
had mushroom. Well, it was psilocybin. Psilocybin.
I don't
mixed
know.
in the
I
chocolate?
just wanted to get on the bike and ride, but it was cold out, man. But I was just like
Was it
loving life.
psilocybin or what? What was it? Psilocybin?
I don't know. It was in a candy bar, man. I don't know.
She's
I ate the
probably
whole thing.
full.
I didn't think it would do nothing to me. I ate the whole thing. I was like, man, get out of here. Next thing you know, I'm like,
Yeah,
and everything, all the lights were like,
yeah, it was psilocybin.
it was
Yeah,
cool.
yeah. It's a great feeling. I know.
oh yeah, what's the name? Would say that again? Phil is something.
Psilocybin.
Yeah, that's it.
Psilocybin. Yeah, mushrooms. Granny's still scared. Don't be scared with cannabis, hon. Cannabis is fine. And psilocybin, if you don't want to do it, it's no big deal. But if you ever try it, just try one. You get the chocolate bars and you try one little chocolate and see how you feel. You'll see. It doesn't put you in like, you have complete control. There's no, none of that. So I wouldn't be, but like I said, cannabis is something I think is good for you, Granny. And I would recommend going to a dispensary and starting off on a low dose THC, probably, or maybe even a ratio where you have a CBD and a THC mixed in a cartridge or something like that would be really good for you. Where it's a low dose THC, but you get the full effects of it.
Hey, look, K-True says sound good. She's an old timer, man. She knows that shit inside and out.
Yeah, good. She knows. Good.
Yeah.
She knows the deal.
Yeah. I think that and then if you're in shape and you're working out and then you're smoking a joint, man, you feel really good.
Oh yeah, it helps repair your body for sure.
Well, Cranky Granny, me and you could have a talk. I've been off the Oxycontin since 2001. I had 6 surgeries. I still need 3 more major ones, and I know a little bit about that. It's hard to do, but you can do it. I did it with Imodium AD and Motrin.
You got to win off of that.
But I know what you're saying. Like the pain gets so bad, and it's like you take them just for that.
Well, yeah, because they're programmed to do that. What it does is it cures your pain, and then what it does is it initiates what they call a
CBD though can do a lot of that too, anti-inflammation.
Those pills are designed to, I forget what it's called, but they're designed when they wear off, but they leave you even craving even more. They're designed that way. They're modified to make you addicted, Granny.
Yeah, definitely. I've had 6 surgeries so far, Cranky Granny, major. And I'll tell you what.
Repain or whatever it is.
The cannabis.
Breakthrough pain.
Yeah. That's what they used to tell me all the time. Man, I was at when I was on them, I was at the breakfast, lunch, and dinner, man.
Oh, dude.
I had to quit, man. I couldn't do it no more.
Bobby's page. Did he take it down?
You can't function on that stuff. You can't think. You can't. That stuff is horrible. Horrible.
Because I subscribe like he's not in my list.
Yeah, I did some shit on them.
Yeah, it's horrible. You don't know what you're and as far as keeping a diet, you eat like you don't give a shit what you eat. You're just fucking a zombie on those pain pills. They're horrible.
Yeah, they are.
You're fucking wiping out humanity with those pain pills are wiping out humanity. That's what they are.
Yeah, that K-Truth, never breaks through. It's the truth. Bro, I had a doctor one time, man, back in the day, 97. He was giving me Oxycontin.
Yeah,
Percocet,
they were just like TikTok.
Percocet, Valium, dude. I was like
they were getting paid to do that, Michael. They were getting paid to lie and say they weren't addictive. They were getting money to do that to keep people hooked.
Okay,
what they did, them sons of bitches.
That Oxycontin lawsuit, I could have been in that too, man. I could have been in that motherfucker.
They should all those people should have went to jail.
Yeah.
That Bobby the cat, the most recent video, it says the thumbnail says the horrors in mom's basement, meaning as that Dudley lives in his mom's basement. It says the worst couple keeps getting worse.
Yeah, I don't know that kid, man. He's pretty nasty for that kid. I don't know what his problem is.
He's weird.
Deadly's an introvert. He's a video gamer. He's a gamer. He's not very, he's very quiet and reserved, and you know,
He's
you can
got a
tell
lot
he's
of anger.
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
he's
but
very,
listen.
He's uncomfortable in public.
Yeah, but when
settings, you can tell.
when
It's
somebody
awkward for
just
him.
when somebody just wishes somebody bad like Mims
Yeah,
like
that's
that,
just
like
that's not
like
that's
like
not even.
you got to say to yourself, well, who taught you how to talk to people or wish that? So he's got to tell a lot about his parenting. You know what I mean? His
Well,
parents
not
and
only that,
his
but I would
lifestyle.
also, not only that, but I statistics say when children are raised with animals in the home, they have more compassion and more caring. So a lot of times, I mean, you know, like if you got someone that'll abuse an animal, or you got someone that makes statements like that, that's showing you that there's something like broken inside of them, like something wasn't, you know, put together right. You know what I'm saying? To say that, I mean, to have that much, you know, what's my worst enemy.
Or they were talked to like that, and that's what they know.
Well, see, I was always raised with animals. I mean, at one point, my mom was like a foster where she would get animals that were injured. So instead of being in a shelter, we would nurse them back to where another foster could take them.
There you go.
And
I can see that in your personality. That shines through in your personality, Lisa. You could tell.
Thank you.
But what's Britter's excuse? She comes from a line of bison, and there's still, you know, animals in the house.
I don't know about that. I don't know.
Hey, Robbie, they put a picture of my mom and dad. I'm just having fun.
I know they did. No. I know they did, bro. They put
I could say a whole lot worse.
Made fun of me too.
Oh, in that Bobby person, he shows the clip of your house, but he blurs your house, and he's like, and here they're showing somebody's house, but it's
everybody come.
Let them come to there. They won't make it out of the neighborhood.
I found it now.
Please
I put it in the private chat. Did you get it in the private chat?
Yeah, I got it. I was putting it wrong. That's why.
I do too. And at first, I was looking up recipes with Bobby. It's recaps with Bobby. But yeah, he's his last 3 videos I've loved. I'm loving them.
Yeah, I don't know who he is.
Bobby, who is it? Bobby who? Baran? Bobby
Baran? It's Bobby the robot cat.
Oh
shit!
Well,
he's making fun of who?
They use a voice changer. And they do clips. So nobody really knows who Bobby is, if it's male, if it's female, whatever. But
is he doing clips on who? On
Britters
Deadly?
and Deadly? He's done Britters and Deadly.
Geez.
Yeah.
Make sure.
His link's in the chat right now.
All right. Now they got this guy pissed off.
You can play him. I don't know. Code, do you know how to
play
do
him?
share screen?
Go ahead. I don't know how
play
to
this guy.
I don't believe he'll. I don't think.
Play that link. The link in the chat, in the private chat. See if you could play that. Can you play that?
Yeah, the link is in the private chat, and then the last 3 videos. The first one was the best one, but the first one, it says when 2 problematic YouTubers fall in love.
Oh.
Can I present it to us?
Huh?
Can I try and present it on my side in StreamYard?
Yeah, you can do it. You can pull it up. Have you ever done the share screen? You click the thing.
Okay, I see it now.
I still can't get over, and I'm bringing it up again. I can't get over what she said about Tony's father. Tony Sofo's father, when she said that
she was going to have his. Well, no, wait. Oh no, it was Amzi that said she was going to have his son taken out from the inside. That was Amzi. That's right.
She said.
Listen, let me just say about Tony and his son. They have no clue. Like that's just all I could say. I can't say no more. They better just leave that alone.
Yeah, they better.
No
yeah, they really
not going to end.
Well.
It's not going to end well.
Those 2. Let me tell you something. Tony. What you see is what you get right there, brother. And Tony is, you know,
the first one is the best one. The one with the
he's got a lot of respect for Florida too.
That's the first one.
He does. And Tony carries himself like a man, and that's why I like Tony.
No, that one, yeah.
Yeah.
That was the first one.
Okay, do you want me to play this one?
Yeah.
That's why I'll always support Tony and Tina, because they're good people.
See if we can hear it though. Sometimes the sound is always an issue. Are we going to be able to hear it? I can't.
Let me know if you can hear it.
Let me see. So we don't know who this guy is, huh? Well, they pissed somebody off.
You can't hear it.
All right, hold on. Yeah, it's not up on here.
Oh, I've got it on the screen code.
Yeah.
It's the sound though. Sometimes I'm not sure.
You gotta mute your mic. Mute your mic. Mute your mic and then try to play it.
I'm not hearing it. Hold on. Let me cue it up.
Well, at least I know how to share the screen now. So.
Oh, that was the first. That was the first. Okay, hold on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm lost over here. I gotta look it up, I guess.
I got you guys. Don't worry about it. Okay, Lisa, approve me.
Okay.
And then I could play it. You see me down there?
Yep.
Okay, hold on. This is his first. This is Bobby's first one. Let's start at the beginning. Look at that.
I'm a robot cat. Meet Brittany. Brittany has been a thorn in the side of the anti-Katie Joy community for some time. Originally a moderator for the problematic creator, Brittany eventually branched off, wreaking havoc amongst the antique community until she was finally given the boot. Between then and now, she has spent an exuberant amount of time causing issues, doxing, being homophobic, and altogether vile in recent months. The woman Reddit so affectionately calls Buffalo Brit has fallen in love with another YouTuber, Deadly 30, quite a few years her junior. In my deep diving, I am unsure whether the bloke is equally problematic or simply terrified of this powerhouse role. In
probably a little bit of both.
Less problematic creators, I do wonder why nobody is talking about this. I have heard that she is quite keen on doxing or striking channels who speak on her, a stereotypical and cowardly move. Hold my.
So suck my whore.
Never fear. It gets worse. You still have to pause to read, as some of these are quite disturbing. I shall not be reading them aloud. Here are just some examples of her community tab in recent weeks. As you can see, the woman lacks a filter. Of course, this is not typically an issue. Unless, of course, you are an ignorant cow.
What, Nate?
See? Just at the end.
Wow.
What word? Oh my God. Like, do you just want me to say every single fucking slur that comes to mind? Because I can. Because they're literally words. Like, I said it once and I said, oh, what's the big deal with saying it?
Now, Britta has always been a problem. She is notorious for telling tall tales, flip-flopping through friendships, and even revenge sharing inappropriate images. However, some may argue that she is now, thanks to her new romantic interest. I shall not dox the poor bastard, but this deadly trophy appears to be a relatively.
How disgusting.
I am unsure if he knows exactly what he has gotten himself into. I am also unsure if he would care, as he appears to be equally terrible.
Well, he'll take some fentanyl and something. That's what'll happen, because you can't get away from that stuff. It'll eventually get you. You're out there buying drugs on the street like that.
Their streams garner a few viewers, and many appear.
Does he know she's recovering? Whatever.
They are building a following of like-minded individuals, the victims of the bucket and the YouTube community, who appear to find humor in their horrible topics of conversation. This could be anything from homophobic slurs, racism, and even threats of sexual violence.
Just sad. Like, what did they make you call them when you were in jail? Did they say, hey, bitch, come here, bitch? Or was it, come on, cupcake, bring that juicy ass over here?
To understand, this woman is raising children. Wow.
A lot of haters.
It's a good video, man.
Quite a few YouTubers use the term hater. What great hell could it be that I am envious of, or anyone else for that matter? Carry on.
No, there's fucking people out there, crybabies. Like I said, there's people out there that fucking got mad last night because we doxed who was it, Pete the Killer? But don't get mad over someone fucking making memes of someone's fucking Dead brother, 12-year-old dead brother.
You entire bloody lot need to lose access to the internet. Neither scenario is okay. My God, the de-evolution of mankind on this platform is mortifying.
I agree, sir. I agree.
Or her. We don't know what Bobby the cat is.
Stupid. Bunch of fucking
Very
shit.
well said, Robot Man.
And it's okay for like her, who you're talking about, Andy. Like those people can say like racially, like, you know, whatever's, but like as soon as I say something, it's a big deal.
Oh, boo-hoo. Perhaps you and your boy toy could keep your bigotry behind closed doors.
Who, Maggot, who's another scumbag racist? Yeah, he says it just like you.
Never mind.
Other people say it, yeah. Other scumbags like Harry Wessels.
I mean, people.
Those are the other people.
Yeah, and Johnny the Leprechaun's wife's mixed, and these are his friends.
Yeah.
Fucking
really sad, man. Really sad. So are Johnny's
Anyone
kids.
hear you speaking like this?
Probably.
All these people in these dumbass stances that they fucking have.
What dumb
What
stance?
is that?
There is absolutely no chemistry here. Although boring, the pair appears to have quite a lot in common.
Maybe it's sexual chemistry. We don't know. Sexual chemistry is different from, you know, personal chemistry. Maybe, you know, maybe these two kids, you know.
But I think this is where he blurbed out Code's house. Code, I think this is your house, right?
A full dox of someone's
A
flat.
couple who doxes together stays together.
You talk for a minute.
The maggot doxed me first.
Everybody, this fucking pig is the one who doxed you earlier. This one right here.
I can't see none.
Just letting them know.
Because he blurbed it out so he wasn't
Before anybody
doxing
starts
again.
crying about doxing.
Yeah. It's not related
Wow.
to her. Unless that is her dad. I think that might be her dad, or it's her friend Jason, one of the two.
Oh, this is when she's doxing Amzi's whole family.
Is her mom that she fucking murdered.
Wow.
Is AJ, her husband, whom she fucking beats all the time and says, I raised the kids when they were babies. Now it's your fucking turn.
Now, aside from the clear match and fire dynamic, this newfound love has started a whole host of issues. Jealousy is a terrible affliction, and the bison of the bottom feeder lacks none. She has been the topic of much Reddit discussion.
Wow,
thanks to an array of unhinged community posts. Now, Britta's all on her own is terrible enough. I must agree that these two are a match made in literal hell.
Hell, yeah.
With a sprinkle of naughty words. The two of them are typically simultaneously posting terrible community dabs.
Look at.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
You made the video.
Hold on, let me see. Hold on, I'm putting something in the fridge.
Video.
Let me see.
I didn't see that one.
You made
My mom
the
is.
video.
What did they say that he's constantly making? What did he say? What did they say? The nerds or something?
It says gay
Gay
nerd
nerd
love.
love.
You know, I haven't showed my mom that one yet. She'll probably get a kick out of that. She likes when people make fun of me. It's funny to her.
Homophobic in nature. I have known of this problematic woman for some time. I had quite hoped she had fallen off, but like many communicable diseases and viruses that require a host, all it takes is the correct environment for her to thrive. I believe it is also worth the warning. If you choose to go down this rabbit hole, you will come out a different person if you are relatively new or unfamiliar with the.
He's good, this dude, man.
Yeah, he is good.
Wow.
I'm gonna subscribe. You got me. You won me.
I dropped the link.
So, hold on. I want to play the Siwa one too. There's one other one, but it's even longer than that one. This one for Siwa is only.
Is this the egg?
I'm surprised the bison didn't strike him for that.
Well, Bobby's pretty good about it. I'm pretty sure he's really good with the fair use.
Yeah,
like
he knows
knowing what
he's
the
doing.
boundaries are. Hold on. This one's really short. This is about Siwa and the egg. The duck egg. Hold on. Here we
Is he from your community?
I don't think so. I'm not sure.
I'm Bobby. I am a robot cat. Self-proclaimed
I'm a robot
cat.
and non-creator. Siwa Moon.
Did you hear that? He said non-creator, Siwa Moon.
Is always a topic of interest on Reddit if she is not fighting with various middle-aged women, begging for vacation funds, or threatening to hex her mortal enemies. She is apparently throwing unborn ducks into the rubbish bin. According to these Reddit clips, she stole a federally protected duck egg. She intended to hatch the poor little duck. However,
where does what does she do for a living, this woman?
Help us.
I don't know.
YouTube.
With no
so she thinks she has the qualifications to run an incubator and bring a baby duck to life.
We're gonna hear. Yeah, she knows how to do everything, and she'll put a spell on you.
Where'd you get your veterinarian license? On YouTube?
According to Reddit, is apparently a federal offense in the States. Let us listen.
But no, me and Princess are trying to raise a baby duck. There was a mama duck on her egg, right? Like that's not a situation. She had a little nest going.
Here, hold on. Let me make her go slower because he makes her go faster, so we can understand her better.
Corn and all that. Well, I was like, Princess, why don't you dig and keep finding your worms and something give her? She's probably hungry. Just stay on the egg.
My God, you.
Is he going to the bathroom? You might want to mute Stone Sailor. I think he's.
Sorry, no, I was my sink. It was my sink. I was washing some. I had to put a dish. I wanted to wash some of the stuff on.
I thought you were pooping.
You cannot really be this stupid. How else do you think the mum means to hatch the egg? Read a fucking book.
Going to the restaurant, get some fruit, like some strawberries. And
read a fucking book. Yeah, right.
And pineapple and all. Like we went and cut up little pieces and gave it to the duck, and some water. And so I was like, let's just get one. So we did get one because she accidentally touched one of the rejected anyways. So we went and got one.
Why did you touch the bloody egg in the first?
Yeah, dummy.
And we're like trying to. We got an incubator, which I did not really have the coin for, but
incubator. Yeah, okay.
What I'm doing now is have like a 4-meter.
You should have just brought it to the vet after that. After you fucking touched it, lady. It's not a toy. You're not fixing a sink. It's a duck.
So anyways, we're trying to raise a baby duck. We'll see how it goes.
So, how did it go?
Dead. She threw it out.
Throw it in the trash right now.
Oh.
It wasn't even wild ducks. Like I've already said, it wasn't even wild ducks. They were owned.
Get the fuck out of here.
I'm gonna go take the egg and I'm just gonna go throw it in the trash right now.
Throw you in the trash.
Well, no wonder everyone seems to despise you. Perhaps I'd hoped you'd done a bit of soul searching, such a as yourself. I simple gobsmacked you haven't predicted your own downfall. Cheers.
Oops. So, yeah. Can you believe that? So the reason why she threw the duck in the trash is because everybody was calling her out on it. And they were people reported her to the game warden. They did. But you don't do that.
No, you don't touch it.
And she's like, oh, well, we accidentally touched one, so we took one. What?
Accidentally touched.
One of the babies.
Weirdo.
Yeah, that's the thing. She thinks that, I'm going to take it like my personal little toy and I'm going to fucking like it's a baby and you're going to do it. You don't know anything about hatching a duck.
Everybody.
You know, exactly.
That I'd have a falling out between
He said you don't know anything about hatching a duck.
What's the name of
Moon. She's named after the.
I've heard her name 1,001 times from the different girls and the different you guys talk about Siwa Moon. Yeah.
She's a bitch, a bitchy witch who is very, very she's very, very preoccupied with everybody's lives. And she used to be a witch full time, but then all of
that's a full-time job
that ruined it.
Being a witch is a full-time position now. Does she put that on her tax return?
$60 a spell. I don't think she does a tax return.
I wonder what she writes on her W-2.
But well, no, she doesn't do that so much anymore now because all of these women on the internet ruined it. So now she is YouTube full-time. And if you noticed in that little clip, she even put her little grift in there by saying that it wasn't in her budget to get an incubator. So she was wanting her people to give her money for an incubator. That's what she does.
Another money grab.
She's always about the Benjamins.
Yep.
I heard she was drifting for the egg.
I've never heard nothing nice about her. I always hear.
Yeah, me too. I hear you guys talk about her all the time now. Makes sense.
Was somebody playing with nunchucks? I hear something.
I think that's on Rob's side.
Is it on me? No, I'm not in the bathroom again. No.
Oh well.
I was fixing this light.
It's crazy.
My laptop's back. I can't wait. I've been killing it with the shorts, though. I do good with shorts. I like doing that.
I love your shorts.
Yeah, I put 2 up today. They both got over 1,000.
The Who's Your Daddy one?
Yeah, that's a good one.
Oh,
I got a couple guys. Couple guys I'm going to be interviewing. Did different variety, not just all ex guys who got in trouble and shit. One of my friends, he's very, very successful, man. Very successful. He's doing hell of a good for himself. Really good.
Hey, I want to talk to Steak, man. I want to get Steak on.
Yeah, he's been since his dad passed, he's got PTSD pretty bad.
Yeah, I understand. That's why I want to talk to him. I'm going to have my show, my PTSD show.
Data witch, the next thing you know, you're a friggin' warlock.
No, listen to me, Mike. Seriously, I want to get his number because I want to get him plugged into my show. I want to plug him in. That way I don't lose him.
Yeah, he's good, bro. Yeah, he's like, I wouldn't say inverted, but he's like, like only will, do certain things. Like, you know what I mean? He's got a, I told him, I said, bro, you got a lot, you got to still, but his dad, that really hurt him though. That was, he was really tight with his father.
Well, that's what I mean.
He's been to jail. He's been to Black Hawk Down. He's like, yeah.
And I have a little, I have a little group here of veterans that, I try to, I connect with. And then when it happens sometimes, I don't hear from them. I call them up because we always check on each other. That's why I want to make sure I get his number. I want to make sure he doesn't, go out and just completely isolate himself, because we have a habit sometimes of doing that, and that's not cool. So I want.
Yeah, he called me. Listen, he called me. When was it? 2 weeks ago, and he was headed out, and I don't want to get him in trouble because his if his girl ever sees this, but, you know what I mean. We'll talk. But he was happy though. He was in a good mood. It was good to hear from him.
All right. Well, good. Yeah, I want to, like I said, I want to reach out and connect with him. I don't want him.
Yeah, I definitely. Yeah, he's a good dude, man. He's a really good dude.
I'm gonna drop down.
Yeah, man.
I'm gonna be.
Later.
Jules, thanks for coming. I know it's like you guys have all the big views, but thanks for coming. I appreciate it.
She's the big star. I know.
Hey, I don't care. Just us being up here gets them pissed off.
I'll be doing my shows, whenever I'm gonna, if you want, after Code's done, you want to join me for some music and fun, please.
You're going on tonight? That's what's up.
I'm gonna go on for an hour and play some tunes, smoke a joint, and just chill. Nothing, just let some music play and shit. That's all what I do,
That's what's up. Cool. Yeah.
That's what I like.
Lisa Ann, what do you got going on, girl?
I've got a book that I'm reading. It came in the mail.
Oh, what is it?
So.
What's it called?
Dr. Ward.
Dr. Ward?
No, J.R. Ward Lassiter.
J.R. Ward Lassiter.
Since 2005, and I've been with her since then. This is her latest book, and it's my favorite character. So.
What kind of fiction? What is it?
What is it?
Paranormal romance. So it's like a
paranormal romance.
Brothers that fight in a war against demons. And
okay.
So it's really good. The way she writes it's not like all romance. The characters actually have really good plot lines. So she's developed it well over the years. So.
Wow, that's crazy. Good shit. Well, yeah, Rob, you're gonna
Fallen Angel. So he's been redeemed, and he's taken over the Vampire Society to make sure that they're doing good. So there has to be vampires.
Somebody's got to keep vampires in line, they
vampires. You got to keep them on a leash, bro. I mean, if you don't, you know what happens.
Short leash.
I bun, tu suck your blood.
Right.
Yeah.
Bye.
I'll see you guys later. All right, guys.
See you later.
Yeah, I'm gonna get out of here too. How about you, Lisa? What do you got planned for tonight?
I'm just reading a book and relaxing.
I'm gonna say a little prayer if you want to stay here.
Yeah.
Dear God, Heavenly Father, thank you for this podcast. Thank you for this day. We ask you, as always, to watch over Mims, Kevin's mom, and anybody else who needs, they're watching over. To all the people in the chat, I ask you to watch over them and their families. From anybody, young to old, being abused, I ask you to watch over them, put your hand on their heart, arms around them, veterans, inmates, anybody going through a tough time, anybody who might have their mind so crazy, they're doing some things, Lord, that they just don't understand. It's going to take for karma to come around or for your wrath to make them understand. Lord, we ask you to open up their eyes and maybe touch their heart and make them see a different way, But we do all this in your name. In your name I pray, amen. Father, Son, Holy Spirit, amen. I love God.
Night, everyone. Bye.
All right, bye, guys. See ya. Have a great night. This